For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
So Swift family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel. And in today's video, we are going over how you can get free packs as well as free players in Madden 20 by simply using a couple collectibles and completing some sets. The entire process takes about 45 minutes and you can earn upwards of 100 or a couple 100,000 coins if you are accurate. Now, before I do get into these tips though, be sure to leave a like on the video down below if you did find this helpful. As well, if you do enjoy these types of tips and stuff like that, be sure to consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. The TSF family is growing really quickly, and I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that's been subscribing recently, as well as everyone in Noti Gang. If you're watching this and you don't have the notifications on, you're missing out on some great conversations right as the video gets dropped down below in the comment section. But yeah, enough talking for me. Let's get into how you can actually make coins by using these Predictor tokens. So the first thing that I'm going to go over is how you can get the tokens. This part is really easy. Basically, all you have to do is play some solo challenges to get these tokens. As you can see right here, if you scroll all the way up, you will see actually they're at the bottom since I already completed all of them. The Super Bowl predictors right here, you're going to be able to get a total of 14 tokens for completing these solos. There are 14 different solo challenges to complete, plus you actually get one token as well just for logging on to Ultimate Team, so you get a total of 15 tokens to get started off with. All you need is 1 star on each of these solos. I just did them on 3 stars just because it was just as easy to do them on 1 as it is on 3, and you get some additional coin rewards for playing them on 3 stars. But first things first, you got to get these solos done. They really only take about 45 minutes. They're really easy. All of them take less than a quarter. At maximum they take a quarter, but you basically could just chew the clock down on a lot of those 1 quarter long solo challenges. Now let's come into how we can actually use these, and let's get into the beef of the video. So you're going to go into the Super Bowl sets, and then you're going to go over to Super Bowl Predictor. And as you can see, there are 25 different Predictor sets that we can complete by using our tokens that we just purchased, or that we just acquired, sorry. So once you have your tokens, all you would do is put them into the set, and you're going to get a new collectible, which is going to be having a quick sell value of, if you can see right here, 8,200 coins if you're accurate, and 25 coins if you're inaccurate. There are different odds for each of these bets, and I'm going to be going over all of my favorite ones, as well as actually completing some bets. So to start off with, let's start off with my favorite ones to do, and then I'm going to get into the ones that I am not that into. So to start off with my favorite ones, we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to be completing this 49ers bundle as well as this Chiefs all-in bundle. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is just because of the crazy rewards that you guys can get. These Super Bowl fantasy packs go for 100,000 coins, so you're getting 500k in rewards if you are accurate. Of course, it's going to be tough to get one of these things to hit, but if one of them does happen and you miss out on this 500k, you will be very upset with yourself. So first things first, I'm going to actually put some tokens into these right here. As you can see, it's going to be hard for this to actually hit because, as you can see, if we look at the 49ers one right here, there's going to be a lot of criteria. So the 49ers are going to have to win by 13 points, score 35 plus points, and hold Mahomes to 305 or less passing yards, all of which is going to be pretty hard to do. But for these bundles right here, just take my word for it, you guys should do these just because of how good the rewards are. But when we get into some of the other bets, I am actually going to go over some other statistics that can kind of back up some of the other bets. But just with these first ones right here, you get 15 tokens, which is quite a few, so you're not really losing out on much by putting 6 into here. And if you can get one of these to hit, it's going to be totally worth it. Now let's continue to scroll up, and let's talk about some of my other favorite bets. So my first other bet that I'm going to be making is I'm going to be taking the Chiefs over the 49ers in this one. As you can see, you actually get a little bit less coins if you bet on the Chiefs, and this is repeatable. So if you're really confident in some of these ones that are repeatable, you can put extra tokens on them and maybe like do this 3 times if you think the Chiefs are going to score first 3 times. I'm going to be diversifying mine quite a bit, but if you wanted to repeat, you could. Of course, if you wanted to be like safe and be like, oh, I'm going to bet on the Chiefs and I'm going to bet on the 49ers, it's better to bet on heads and tails because you're going to get 9,000 for each of them, whereas for this one you get 9,000 and 8,200. So if you want to just guarantee that you win some coins, you could just put heads and tails, 1 on each, and you guarantee 9k. But we're going to be a little bit more risky. I'm going to be putting one of my tokens on the Chiefs. The reason why I'm taking the Chiefs in this one is I just feel like the Chiefs have the ability to play from behind as well as ahead, so I'm a little bit safer when it comes to those things, whereas I think the 49ers are a team that similar to the Ravens, but not as much, are better at playing ahead. And when they play from behind, I don't know that I can trust them to come back in a game. They haven't really been in a situation where they have to play like drastically from behind a lot, whereas the Chiefs have shown that they're able to do so. So I'm taking the Chiefs in this one. I feel like it's just a smarter bet. But continuing to scroll down, we have the Chiefs score first or the 49ers score first. I actually don't have any bets on this. I'm not going to be betting on either of these. These are really up to chance, honestly. There's nothing you can really do to control which one's going to happen, and you don't even get that good rewards. 8.1k, 8.7 isn't really a crazy amount of coins, so I'm not betting on either of these. Neither am I betting on the coin toss heads or tails. But continuing to scroll down, the MVP bets are a few places where I'm actually really interested in making some bets. So we're going to go through each of these. I'm going to talk about why either I like them or don't. Firstly, Patrick Mahomes. Don't get fooled into putting a predictor token into this. There's literally no reason. If you can see, getting him right is going to earn you 9.2k. And when you think about it, Patrick Mahomes is only going to get the MVP if the Chiefs win. So you might as well just bet on the Chiefs winning and get 8.2k rather than betting on Mahomes getting the MVP and only getting that extra 1,000 coins, when realistically, if the Chiefs win, Mahomes isn't guaranteed to get the MVP. So it's not really worth it to bet on this, in my opinion. If you guys get my logic there, you might as well just bet on the Chiefs winning the game, because Patrick Mahomes is only going to get the MVP if the Chiefs do win the game. So Mahomes, not a big fan of betting on him just because the coin rewards aren't that good. Jimmy G, I just can't see him being the best player in this game if the 49ers win. Like, let's be honest, it's going to be on their defense or on their running game if they win. I can't see Jimmy G being the MVP of this game, so I'm not going to put the coins on him. Raheem Mostert is an interesting one. I'm actually going to put a predictor token here on the Raheem Mostert. The reason for this is because the coin rewards that you can get of 38,000 is a ton. Like 38,000 coins is quite a bit. So yeah, like I was saying, if the 49ers win this game, I feel like they'll be able to run the ball pretty effectively. Tevin Coleman is injured. I don't think he's going to be playing. If he does, he won't be at 100%. And Breida hasn't been getting all the touches. Mostert really dominated last week against the Packers. I could see him doing the same thing if they end up getting ahead. And if he has a game as good as he did last week, he's easily going to be the MVP. It won't be Jimmy G. Now, next up, MVP bet on Travis Kelce. I am definitely putting a token on this just because of how much coins you can get from this. One token to give you 42k is a ton. And when we think about the 49ers, I would say they're relatively susceptible to tight ends. When they have played good tight ends in the past, they've really only played two really good tight ends, and both times they got exposed. Mark Andrews had a big game against them, as well as Jared Cook had a big game against them before he did get injured in that one. So Travis Kelce, I could see him being the biggest playmaker on the Chiefs, and just because of historical trends and how the 49ers have played against tight ends, it's really not that good. So I'm actually really going to be stocking up on a lot of these Travis Kelce bets, you guys will see. But MVP is one of my favorite ones. I could see Travis winning MVP, and I wouldn't be surprised. He could grab a couple touchdowns, maybe 150 yards, and that would be enough to give him the MVP. So Travis Kelce is one that I'm definitely putting a token on. Now, my favorite bet out of all of these is this one right here. If you guys don't do this one, you are definitely missing out. I'm going to be putting a token on this, which is basically saying that the first touchdown is going to go to someone other than the players listed above. And the players listed above right here, if we take a look, are only George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Raheem Mostert, and Damian Williams. That's literally only 4 players. When we think about all of the other players in this game, Deebo Samuel, Emmanuel Sanders, Tevin Coleman, the list goes on and on for both teams. Both teams have so many playmakers. I would say this one is the best odds because you can get 31,000 coins for just it being someone rather other than these players. I would say there's almost a more than 50% chance that it's not one of these guys right here. And when we think about some of the other bets, the 50-50 bets like heads or tails only paid 9,000 coins. This one is like more than 50% to be accurate, and you're going to get 31k if you're right. This one's an absolute no-brainer. You guys have to be putting a token on this one right here. Continuing to look through this, I'm also going to put one on first touchdown to Travis Kelce. As I've been saying before, I'm really stocking up on Travis Kelce just on the way he's been playing recently, and that's going to kind of cover me a little bit, right? If the Chiefs do end up scoring a touchdown, basically I end up getting coins if it's Travis Kelce or if it's anyone. And I'm also going to be putting my token on Damian Williams, which basically guarantees me that if the Chiefs score a touchdown first, I'm either going to get 33,000 coins from this token right here, I'm going to get 42,000 coins from this token right here, or 31k. And if it's anyone on the 49ers other than these players right here, which is George Kittle and Raheem Mostert, I'm going to get that 31k. So this is basically guaranteeing me at least 30,000 coins, in my opinion, for only 3 tokens. That is so worth it, you guys. When you think about some of the other bets where you'd have to put 3 tokens into them, you could bet on the Chiefs winning 3 times, and that's basically 50-50 odds, and that's only going to pay you like a total of less than 3,000 or 30,000. But this one right here is going to give me more than 30,000, and the odds of me cashing on one of these is like 80%. So really like betting on these 3. If you wanted to, you could bet first to the field. You could bet George Kittle and Raheem Mostert. I'm going with the Chiefs though, but yeah, that's just my personal preference. So continuing to scroll down, we only have a couple tokens left. So I mean, at the end here, I'm kind of just putting some stuff on what I think could happen. The first one I'm going to do is Kansas City 88 plus rushing yards. The reason for this is just because 88 rushing yards, when you guys think about it, really isn't a lot. When we think about some of the players that the Chiefs hand the ball off to, let's say Damian Williams goes for like 50 yards, Tyreek Hill maybe gets like a 15-yard rush, and Mahomes gets another 15-yard rush, then they're already at 80 yards, so maybe someone else gets a touch, like LaShawn McCoy, for like 10 yards or something like that. There's so many ways they can get up to 88 yards without someone really even having a good game. So 88 yards really isn't a ton, especially if someone breaks a long run. They're guaranteed to get that 88 yards. If someone rips off like a 40-yard run even, they're basically guaranteed to hit this milestone. So 88 yards really isn't a ton. So yeah, one other bet that I'm going to make is this Travis Kelce one. Again, like I've been saying, I'm really stocking up on my Travis Kelce bets just because I did a little bit of research, and the 49ers defense against tight ends is probably what they're most susceptible to. Based on how teams have played in the past against them, tight ends are the way to attack the 49ers. So based on how the 49ers play, they play a lot of zone. As you guys know, Richard Sherman's more of a zone corner. They're typically more in zone coverage. So tight ends can attack the seams in the middle of the field pretty easily against zone coverage, especially with Andy Reid drawing up some good zone beating concepts. I would assume Travis Kelce is going to be able to get a solid amount of yardage. So we only have a couple more tokens left here. And the one other one that I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be doing this Jimmy Garoppolo 240 plus passing yards, just in case this game ends up being a shootout, just like how it was when the Saints and the 49ers did end up playing. I see a lot of similarities between those two games, to be honest with you guys, just based on how the game could end up going. Saints-Niners is kind of a comparable to how this game could go, and that's basically going to do it for all of the tokens and all of the bets that I will be making. I'm really confident in a lot of my Travis Kelce bets. Let me just run over some of my favorite ones that I made. Definitely my favorite one is to put on first to the field and either both of the 49ers players or both of the Chiefs players, just because that's basically like 80% chance at getting like 31,000 coins or more, which is absolutely huge. I also really like my MVP bets on these two cards. I could see Patrick Mahomes getting it, but just value-wise, it's not worth it. You're only getting 9,000 coins if he gets it, and like I said, the Chiefs would probably win the game for him to get it, so you could just bet on this and basically have a better chance at winning and not really win much more coins for the Mahomes. So yeah, that's basically all my thought process with the bets, and then I like to also put a little bit on these two, just because with leftovers, if we didn't, like, let's say put on the 49ers, we would have 3 left, and there's really not that many other bets that I'm super confident about. I was already able to make all the bets that I really wanted to, so I kind of just had extra tokens when I already did all these calculations before, and was like, why not? Let's just put it on these two right here. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know if you're going to be following my strategies or using some of your own strategies with these bets, but I'm really curious what you guys are going to do. So leave it down below in the comment section if I said anything that was stupid and you disagree with, or if you agree with me on my bets. But again, like I said, if you took anything from this video, do this one, and then either the 49ers or the Chiefs for right here. That's definitely worth it. That's going to guarantee you like 30,000 coins with the potential to get more, honestly, because who knows? Maybe Travis gets it and we get 42,000. If Travis Kelce goes off and has a huge day, let's say he gets MVP as well as the first TD and his yardage, I'm going to be making a lot of coins off Travis. He's going to make me like 100K. So hopefully Travis has a big day. That's who I'm betting on. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
It means no